Moo Cow at the movies, he loves movies old and new. He's got lots of strong opinions and he'll share them with you. Moo!
Hello, I'm Moo Cow. You might know me from my other YouTube channel, Moo Cow Phonics. If you're learning to read, or more likely if you have a child who's learning to read, follow the link in the description for some educational videos that are also quite amusing. This, however, is a serious channel dedicated to my first love, Daisy. Movies! Daisy means nothing to me anymore. Today's review, Black Widow. I'm a big MCU fan and it's been very hard waiting 1.5 years for a new movie. Thank goodness we had the TV shows to tide us over. Weren't 2 of them great? This film takes place right after Captain America Civil War, with Black Widow, aka Natasha Romanoff, on the run after violating the Sokovia Accords. Naughty girl. The film opens with a flashback to Natasha's childhood when her surrogate family of Russian spies have to flee their home in Ohio when their cover is blown. It's an exciting sequence, but it confused me a bit. Doesn't this kid look a bit more like a young version of Lilu from The Fifth Element than a young version of Nat? I thought so. Anyway, 20 years later, Nat is contacted by her sister Yelena, played by Florence Pugh. By the way, here's my Florence Pugh impression. Yelena has discovered the women in the Widow program are being mind controlled by their leader Dreykov to do his bidding. This section of the film reminded me of the Bourne movies. Weren't 2 of them great? Nat feels it's her responsibility to help bring down the Widow program, as her defecting to the Avengers was most likely the reason it had to be upgraded. She and Yelena try to track down their surrogate parents, played by David Harbour and Rachel Weisz, to help them with the mission, all the while trying to avoid the Widows and Taskmaster, an assassin of Dreykov's who can mimic anyone's fighting style. Okay, first the good stuff. Scarlett Johansson is as good as ever. It's nice to see her character finally getting her moment in the spotlight, and unlike some of the MCU solo films, this one actually has a good excuse for why she can't call the other Avengers for help. It nicely fills in the blanks between Civil War and Infinity War and cleverly builds on a throwaway line from the first Avengers. David Harbour as the Red Guardian is pretty funny, especially when he does a Mr. Incredible with his suit, and the last third of the film piles on the twists and the action in a really satisfying way. Now, the not so good stuff. This guy who helps Nat out at the beginning and the end of the film I found rather annoying. Ray Winstone's Russian accent is terrible. Even Kate Blanchett put a bit more effort into hers in Indiana Jones. A prison break sequence in the middle of the film is way more overblown than it needed to be, and although the period after this sequence has some nice character moments, it's pretty slow. Throughout the film, Nat and Yelena walk away unscathed from several falls and explosions that would knock the Hulk on his bum. And at one point, they openly discuss the fact that they're wanted fugitives in front of a shopkeeper. Bad spies! And finally, while I didn't have a problem with the Taskmaster reveal like a lot of fans seem to, I thought it made sense for the story and the characters, the surprise was kind of ruined by the actor's name appearing in the opening credits. So there you go, a decent Marvel movie, neither the best nor the worst, but well worth your time if you're a fan. I give it 1 cowbell. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thor Ragnarok is the weakest Marvel movie. There, I said it. Chris Hemsworth isn't playing Thor anymore. He's just playing himself, riffing with tired bro humour. Almost everyone in the film is annoying and unfunny, and I cannot for the life of me work out why people like this film so much.